Hey you guys, it's Just Call Me Josh, and I'm coming to you from Peekskill, New York. We're on the Hudson Avenue and the Riverfront Park area of Peekskill by the railroad crossing and US-9. This specific video has absolutely nothing to do with driving advice. It's more like another heart-to-heart, but a different one. You see, the one thing that I absolutely love about these drives, especially when I'm alone, is I have time to sort of reflect on how things are going in my life. Not necessarily patting myself on the back, but taking stock of what's been going on and how I've been handling things, like interpersonal relationships and friendships and self-care and self-love and self-acceptance, yada yada yada, those type of things. And so one of those themes that keeps repeating itself is self-acceptance. Now, when we say self-acceptance, what exactly are we talking about here? Self-acceptance is, well, it's you accepting yourself for the bad, for the good, for the And that's doing that without any sort of conditions, without any fine print. It's just literally, it's like, this is me, for better or for worse, this is who I am and I accept it. It involves recognizing your strengths and your limitations, despite your past. And listen, not for nothing, it may sound really easy to go on that sort of a self-acceptance journey, but it's not. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even more so if you have anxiety or depression, or if you have some really traumatic things that have happened to you in your past. And it's not to say that self-acceptance isn't attainable. It's just not everyone is going to have an easy time at it. And no one's self-acceptance journey is really going to be the same. So it's really important to make sure you don't try and draw any comparisons between your journey and someone else's. And so when I'm on drives like these, what I tend to do is I sort of break my thoughts down into 5 different categories. Like things that I want to do while I'm kind of taking stock of everything. And right off the bat, I want to think about the qualities that I like about myself. And I want to recognize my accomplishments too. I mean, even if they're small ones, they're still accomplishments. And if you're like me and at many points you felt guilty about talking about your accomplishments and whatnot, this is probably one of the hardest things. And there's a flip side to this. Let's say maybe you're having trouble with finding those redeeming qualities or celebrating those victories. Think of it like this. Everyone can see that you're a winner. Everyone can tell you that you're a winner. But if you don't believe it, what's the point? Your friends and family can tell you till the cows come home, and you can have the loudest cheering section in the world, but if you can't cheer for yourself, it's all for naught. So be proud of yourself. And I'm dead serious about those victories. Celebrate them, no matter how big, no matter how small. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that put all the blood, sweat, and tears into them. And then one of the other harder parts is accepting the negative. And it's not because you want to dole yourself your own little dollop of comeuppance. It's nothing to do with that. It's just, you got to take the good with the bad. And so while you're taking stock of everything, you got to take stock of that too. Because this is about accepting all of you, not just the good. I'll go a step further. Just because you're accepting everything doesn't mean you don't want to change. Now let's say maybe it's something that's not necessarily undesirable, it's something that you want to fix. Well, before you fix it, you have to accept that it's a problem first. Because a part of this process is having those sort of introspective moments to look at ourselves and be like, well, can I change this? Will this better me if I do? And if it is something that bears looking into, if it is something that's worth fixing, maybe it's time to look into it and see what causes it and see what you can do to make it better. The bottom line is you have to want to help yourself. You have to want to have those difficult sort of introspective moments. And it'll be worth it in the long run, believe me. It'll help you with your interpersonal relationships. It'll help you with your romantic endeavors. It'll help you with your bonds with family. And it'll help fortify those bonds. And it'll also help you to discern what you don't want in those type of bonds. What you're not looking for in a friend, what you're not looking for in a significant other. You know what? This is actually a really awesome segue into this next point. Building a support network. Because when you're building, you're not just adding stuff, you're also taking stuff away. You want to build these things out of brick and mortar, and whatever it is you're using for support, you want to firm everything up with those supports. And while you're building and while you're shoring everything up, you also want to make sure you don't have any excess, you don't have any cracks, you don't have anything that can compromise the integrity of the foundations you're trying to build. Surround yourself with people that are positive and that love and accept you for who you are. And you know what? I'll throw in this one caveat. When you do find those people, be prepared for constructive criticism. While it's important to love and accept yourself for who you are and for those other people to love and accept you for who you are, remember that we're human. We make mistakes. We resort to toxic behaviors, unhealthy coping mechanisms, things like that. And it's those types of behaviors you really have to watch out for, because those can compromise those strongest bonds. And the sad part is, you won't know it until it's too late. So keep this in mind. Accepting something doesn't mean that there isn't room for change. The next thing is, do things that help you remain calm and relax. Like for me, I like getting behind the wheel of my truck, and I like going on these long drives because for me it's relaxing. And the bonus is I get to show all of you what it's like. Like today, I get to go down Route 9 and see all the fall foliage. And you know what? It's beautiful. I get to bring my camera with me, and it's peace and quiet. So I get to take pictures of everything while I'm immersing myself in what nature has to offer. And what's the reward? The photos afterwards. They come out beautiful. And then you get that little dopamine rush right at the end of it. It's amazing. And lastly, definitely not least, is doing a full self-assessment. And do it every so often. Make a routine out of it. Think about what it is you've been up to, and think about what it is you've changed, and, try and think back and reflect on what you were in the past. Have I gotten better? Are there things maybe that I need to work on? How much progress have I really made? And are there other things that I probably should look into, or maybe incorporate new tools into the routine? And for anyone that's watching this that's grieving the loss of a loved one, realize that grief is never something linear. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and there are going to be days where you'll be able to look fondly on old memories, and then those same memories the next day might hurt a hell of a lot more than they did. And listen, this whole process is not foolproof. There are going to be things you're going to drudge up that you might not like. There will be things that you drudge up that might hurt. Maybe you might dig up something and it could possibly trigger something in you. Because that's just how life does you every so often. It happens that way. And that's where you have your support network, and if push comes to shove, you find yourself maybe a professional. And let me tell you, the right professional can help you through so much of what you've been through. And they can bring you to a point of self-acceptance that you didn't think was possible. Alright folks, this is going to be the end of this video. Thanks so much for sticking around, and thank you so much for sharing the content. And say if you're new and you like what you see here, go ahead and hit that like, that follow, and that share button, and ring that bell to turn on all your notifications. And if you really like what you see, and you want to spruce up your home or office just a little bit, visit my website jmc.photos and click on View Gallery. Thanks for watching, everybody.